Living with a narcissist always affects the victim's state of mind. Always. You may not notice when it happened because the process of changing your state from positive to negative happens gradually. And now you don't realize when exactly you got deep depression, apathy, anxiety, low self-esteem, unwillingness to live, unwillingness to do anything, complete feeling of helplessness, and so on. But the longer you live with a narcissist, the more difficult it is to get rid of all these states, especially if you have already got used to them. And it seems to you that this is your natural state, although it really is not so. This state is imposed on you by the narcissist, and when you stop the relationship with the abuser and restore your mental health at least partially, you will be surprised that you can perceive the world quite differently, more positively, with bright colors, with hope for the best. I talk more about this in my book about narcissistic abusive behavior and getting out of narcissist relationships. You can download the book Narcissist, Victim, Rebirth at the link below this video. But today's video is about antidepressants. Many victims of psychological abuse can't cope with their difficult inner state and start taking antidepressants. But what happens when such a victim continues to live or closely communicate with the narcissist? The antidepressants simply don't work. She thinks it's the antidepressants. Perhaps she just needs to up the dosage, or try other medications, or add something to her current treatment. This ends up just getting the body used to the antidepressants. The victim may develop side effects, but her state of mind doesn't change. Or it doesn't change much, or it changes for a short period of time, and then it goes back to the way it was. I tell about it on the basis of my experience and observations. Why does this happen? The answer is very simple. Pills will not do the job for you if you do not get rid of the cause of your bad mental state and the external stimuli that put you in this state. The external irritant is the narcissist, his words, his behavior. Imagine that a person is periodically beaten with a stick. The person does not know when he will be hit next time and how strong the hit will be. The person is in constant expectation of the hit, and as soon as the hit happens, the person reacts to it. Even if he takes 100 pills, he will not stop being afraid of those hits with a stick and feeling the pain from the hits. The same thing happens to the victim of a narcissist. Since narcissists cannot live peacefully, they need to periodically provoke the victim in one way or another and bring her to negative emotions. The victim's body simply does not have time to recover. Antidepressants only trigger the mechanisms, but they do not have time to fully work. The narcissist comes in, does some action, or says something unpleasant to the victim, and she has another nervous breakdown. It is useless to drink antidepressants while living with a narcissist. Accordingly, you must first get rid of the external irritant, the narcissist. Stop living with him, stop contacting him, stop thinking about him. Next, it is necessary to deal with the causes of the bad state of mind. The reason is a shaken nervous system and various blocks and fears that the victim has managed to get while living with the narcissist. For example, the fear of being rejected, the belief in her own insignificance, the fear that she will not succeed, the desire to resume communication with the narcissist. Yes, you heard me right. I write in my book about the desire to communicate with the narcissist again, even after everything he or she has done to you, why this desire occurs, and what to do with it. The issue of mental health treatment needs to be approached comprehensively. I suggest using the tips from my book. This is something you can do on your own, alone with yourself, as you can help yourself. especially in the early stages after getting out of a relationship with a narcissist. One way or another, you will have to do the bulk of the work of self-healing on your own. But it is possible, and sometimes even necessary, to add other methods of healing to work on your mental traumas in a complex. And this is where you can start taking antidepressants. They will be more effective when you are away from the narcissist, and he can no longer provoke you. And if you feel that you are not at all well, do not hesitate to take a course of psychotherapy. In the description of the video, you'll find a nice user-friendly service that allows you to get online psychotherapy anywhere in the world. You can, of course, take antidepressants if for some reason you can't get away from the narcissist quickly right now. But don't be surprised if the effect of them is low, and don't try to solve the problem by increasing the amount of medication. The problem is not the antidepressants. The problem is the narcissist near you.